Hi everyone, here's the solution for the question I asked you to do at the end of week 5 on group data, calculating the mean, the median, and the standard deviation. So the question has a class interval from 10 to 30, 30 to 50, 50 to 70, and 70 to 90. The frequency is 4, 8, 11, and 5, and you're asked to calculate first the mean, then the median, and then the standard deviation and the variance. And that's an approximation since this is group data. So the first thing we do is we start with our table. I find the midpoint M. The midpoint M is calculated by finding the halfway point between each interval, so 10 in this case, plus 30, and divide that by 2. It's 20. And I do the same for all of them. I can do that in Excel very fast by dragging this down like that. So that's the midpoint of each one. The next thing I need to do is calculate the frequency times the midpoint. This will give me, starting with 4 times 20, and that's 80. And then 8 times 40, and so on. So I'm going to drag this down, and that gives me that. Next, I'm going to calculate everything that I need to know. So I'm going to calculate the m squared. The m squared is equal to the midpoint squared. So the first one is 20 squared, which is 400. Drag that down, and I get the square of each midpoint. Then I multiply in my next column the frequency times the midpoint squared. So this will be 4 times 400. 1600. I do the same for all of them. I get that. The last column, I'm going to need that to calculate the approximate median. So this is called a cumulative frequency. So we start with 4. The next one is 4 plus 8. The next one is 12 plus 11. And the last one is 23 plus 5, all right, that's 28. So that's the cumulative frequency. Let's start by adding up some of the things that we need. So I know I'm going to have to add up the frequency to calculate n. So I'll just add those up using my sum formula. 28, I'm going to have to add up my f times m. So I'm going to add those up. It's 1460. I'm also going to need the sum of fm squared, and that's 86,000. So I have everything I need to know. I've computed everything I need now to compute my mean, my median, and my variance. So let's start with the mean. So the mean, the formula, is going to be x bar, since it's sample mean, is approximately equal to the sum of f times m, the frequency times the midpoint, divided by n. So in this case, it has to be fm, which is 1460, divided by n, which is 28. So I'm just going to do it over here, equals 1460 divided by 28, and that's 52.14. And that's the approximate mean. All right. The next thing I'm going to approximate is the median. In the median, we need this formula. Approximately equal to L for the lower limit. I'm actually going to erase this. To make some room. So the median is equal to the lower limit of the median class plus n over 2 minus FC. FC is the cumulative frequency up to but not including the median class. And I divide everything by f and then multiply it by the width of the median class. So that's what I need. So again, I'm going to compute this using Excel. So the median class is computed by, so first of all, you need to find which of these class intervals is the median class. So basically, it's equal to 28n times 50%, so 0.5, and it's 14. So that means the median class contains 14 in the frequency. So I look at the median, which is the cumulative frequency, and I see the first one is 4. Then the next one, it adds up another 8 to give me 12, and 12 is not 14 is not contained in this class, but the next one adding another 11 gives me 23. So I know that 14 is contained in this class, which is class 50 to 70. So I'm just going to highlight that. Just so that I know that that's the median class. So once I have the median class, I can concentrate on the things that I need. The first one is the lower limit of the median class, L. So I'm going to write that in as 50. Right? It's the lower limit of the median class. The next thing I need is n over 2. So n over 2 is equal to 28. Right? That's n divided by 2. That's 14. I now need FC. FC is the cumulative frequency up to but not including the median class. So I've calculated my cumulative frequency in the last column. Up to but not including the median class must be this one, which is 12. I need F. It's the frequency of the median class. The median class is here in red, so the frequency must be 11. I then need I. I is the width of the median class, how wide it is. So that's 70 minus 50. It's the same for every class. 20. So I have everything I need now to compute my approximate median. So I'm just going to write it out. This is equal to L, which is 50, plus n over 2, which is 14, minus the cumulative frequency up to and but not including the median class, which is 12. Divide that by the frequency of the median class, which is 11, and multiply everything by 20. So if you do this, it's going to be, let's do it here. I'm going to do it step by step for you. So 14 minus 12 is 2. So I'm just going to start with that, equal to 2 divided by 11, right, times 20. And don't forget, I need to add the 50 to it, that plus 50. So this is 53.64 in 2 decimal places, so 53.636, which is approximately 53.64 is the approximate median. Next, we're going to calculate the variance, approximate variance. So let me erase this first. There we go. So let's continue calculating the approximate variance. So the approximate variance is S squared is approximately equal to the sum of Fm squared minus the sum of Fm all squared over n all over n minus 1 is our formula. So we have everything we need to compute this because we did it in the table. So Fm squared is 86,000. Fm is 1460, and we need to square that, and that's n, and we can calculate n minus 1. So let's do that. So I'll just write it in here. Variance computation. So I need Fm squared, okay, and that's equal to 86,000. the next thing I need in my formula is fm all squared. So I'll put that here, equals, that's fm. I square that, and 1460 all squared is 2,131,600. So I know n is going to be 28. And since it's a sample, n minus 1, that is equal to 28 minus 1, 27. So let's put this all together. 86,000 minus 2,131,600 divided by 28 and everything. So I'm calculating 2,131,600 divided by 28 first. Get that. I'm going to change this sign to a negative. I'm going to take that and add. I'm going to take that and add 86,000. I'm going to take that and divide by 27. Right? So if you use your calculator, it's 86,000 minus bracket 2,131,600 divided by 28. Close the bracket and divide everything by 27. So my final answer is here. 365.608. So I'm going to write it in here. Variance approximation is equal to that. Okay, round that to 2 decimal places, 61. 3 decimal places, 608. The standard deviation will be the square root of that, which is SQRT of 365.608, and that's 19.121. And that is the mean and the median. All right, and here's the variance and the standard deviation. And that's the solution for that.